familiarize ourselves with parts of a computer system. But before we begin, let us define a computer. What is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that receives input data, store it, process according to instructions given by the user, and also provide output to the users. Now, based on the definition of a computer, we can confidently say that a computer must have an input device, it must have a processing device, and it must have an output device. So, let us look at this first image here. This image is of a desktop computer. A desktop computer is composed of the four components that we can see. The first one is a system unit. The system unit houses all the internal components of a computer. Even the memory is inside this system unit. The second part of a computer is a monitor, that is an output device that we use to display the information or data from a computer or that is stored in a computer. The third device that we have is a keyboard. A keyboard is an input device that we use to enter data inside a computer. And then we have the mouse right here, and the mouse is a handheld device that controls a cursor. A cursor is this thing you can see moving here. It is controlled by a mouse, and we spell it as C-U-R-S-O-R. The next image that we have is of a laptop. The laptop has all the components that are in the desktop computer. However, for the laptop, all of them are self-contained. This is the monitor, this is the keyboard, and this part here is the mouse. When we look at the mouse for this laptop, we can see that it has three parts. This part here, when we touch this part, we are able to move the cursor like this. But for this part here is for right clicking. This other side here is for the left click. Some laptops don't have these two buttons, so we use this part here as the right click and this part here as the left click. So whenever we talk in our next session on double click, right click, you should not get confused. Whenever we say right click, you press this side. When we say left click, you press on this side, and whenever we say double click, we are referring to clicking twice on the left side. Now, this other part here is the mouse. This mouse can be used with the laptop or with the desktop computer. The parts are the same. This is the right click, the left, the wheel is for scrolling up and down, and the cable here, and we have a USB here for plugging in to computer. For the mouse here, if you want to plug into a laptop, you plug it right here. We'll learn how to create a folder and save a file in that folder that we'll create. First of all, what is a folder? A folder is a space that we use to store files in a computer system. In simple terms, the folders help us in organizing data in a computer. Let us start. When you log into your computer, the first thing that you see, it is this part which is called a desktop. For now, we will create our folder on the desktop. There are three ways of creating a folder, but let us learn only one way at the moment. The first way to start is to right click. Remember the right click? Yes, you do. We did it in our previous lesson. Then select New. When you right click, you get a drop down menu. This part here is called a drop down menu. Then select New, then Folder. After you click on folder, you can see this part here, this box is in blue because it's giving us an option to rename the folder or to give this folder a name. Let us call our folder Semester 1 2020. We have our folder named Semester 1 2020. That is how we create a folder. Still, we can create a sub-folder inside a folder. For us to do that, we will open this folder. How do we open? We can double-click or right-click, then open. Right-click, open. Our folder is open. Another option is to double-click on the folder. Now, for us to create subfolders, click on, right-click again, select new, then folder. Then we give our folder name. Let us call it Unit 1. Then we can make another one and call it Unit 2. When you arrange your work like this, it will become very, very easy for you to refer to it later. Then we have Unit 3. Now we have 3 folders inside a folder. Now let us save a document in one of the folders that we have created. So when you look at this part here is called a window. When you look at this window, we have a minimize button, we have a maximize button, and we have a close button. So when we press on minimize, the window disappears, but it has not disappeared. It is right here at the taskbar. When we click there, we get it back. This one is restore or maximize. You can see it has given us a full window of this part. We click on it again, it goes back to the size that it was before. When we click on close, we have closed our window. Now let us open a document and save it in one of the folders that we have created. The document that we will create is a Word document. Why a Word document? Because when you've been given a task, you will be expected to type it in a Word document and attach it back to the e-learning platform. Now, where do we get our Word document? We will type right here, type here to search. We click there with our left click and then we type Word. Then double click on it and the Word document will open. So select the blank document and we have it open. When we look at title of the document right here is called document 1. So let us save this one document. How do we save? We click on file, save as. We are saving in this PC. Then we are saving on the desktop. Remember, we created our folder on the desktop. Then our folder name is semester 1. We double click on it. And then let us assume this is communication skills. We double click on unit 1 and we give this one maybe communication skills assignment 1. And then we save. So looking up here, the name has changed from document 1 to communication skills assignment 1. Now let us close this document and check whether it has been saved in our folder. Remember this button is for closing. We close, we open our folder, we saved it right here. You can see our document is saved in semester 1 2020 in a subfolder called Unit 1. In this session, we'll learn how to format a document. Let us open the document that we saved. It is in this folder here, Unit 1. We open it. So when you look at this document, this empty space here is where we insert our text using our keyboard. So you can see the cursor is blinking. We can start typing. Now let us type, for example, communication skills. Then we type your name here and your registration number. To save on time, I will hand some text from another source so that I can demonstrate to you how to format. But this is for demonstration. Make sure you type your assignment. Now, you can see that we have some text here. Let us learn how to do the formatting. For us to format a document, first of all, we must select the text. To select the text, place the cursor at the beginning of the document, like that. Then press down the left side of the mouse and drag it. You can see now our text is selected. Let us make our font size 12. The font is right here. We make it 12. And then the font style, we make it Times New Roman. Times New Roman is right here. And then we make the document justified. This is aligned to left, aligned to center, aligned to left, to right, and justified. And then we make the spacing 1.5. Please make sure you try other options so that you can see what happens to the document, but for now I'm just demonstrating how to do it. So now we are done with formatting our document. Our document, the font size is 12, it is Times New Roman, the spacing is 1.5, and it is justified. Now let us convert the sub-ending to bold, italics, and underline. Because now we are interested with only the sub-ending, we'll select only the sub-ending. The same way, we place the cursor, press down the mouse, and drag. We have selected that part. We click on this bold icon here, B, and then again we can make it italics, and we can underline it. We do the same to the other one. Bold, italics, underline. So we have changed the format of our sub-ending. The other thing that we can see is that there's a very huge space between this paragraph here and here. So we place our cursor there. Then we select on line and paragraph spacing, and we remove the space after the paragraph. We can do the same. Remove. You can see our document is taking some shape. Then we are trying to remove that huge space between the paragraph. So when we look at our document, it is formatted and it looks a little bit presentable. Now, the other thing that I would like to show you is how to copy and paste, and how to cut and paste, and the differences between the two. If I wanted to transfer this information right here, I will copy it. So the same way we selected, then right click and copy. Then we can decide to take it to another page, right click and paste. You can see we have copied all this information and we have pasted it in the next page. Now, if I don't want it to remain here, I change my mind, I don't want this text to be here, I can use the functionality called undo. So if I click undo, what I've done just disappears. You can see what I pasted is gone. Another thing that I want to show you is how to cut and paste. We select again, right click, cut. You see now the difference. When you copy, the original version remains, but when you cut, everything disappears. So what do? Right click again and paste. We put it here. We've changed our mind. We have made a mistake. We don't want this text to remain here. We can use the undo button. Then we undo again, and we get our text back. This was only for demonstration. There's so many things that you can try here. Please make sure you practice and practice and practice. Thank you very much. In this session, we will learn how to connect a laptop to a mobile network. On your Android mobile phone, select Settings, then Connections, then select Mobile Hotspot and Tethering, and turn on the button next to Mobile Hotspot if it is off. Below the mobile hotspot is the name of your mobile network, this one right here, and the password is below. Now let us connect our laptop to this mobile network. On this side right here, there is an icon for connections that are available. Click on it. You will get the available wireless networks. This is the name of my mobile phone, and then I'll click on it, then select Connect. Then right here, I will enter my mobile password. Let me put it. And next. Now you can see the icon has changed and there is internet access. Let us now access our website. I open the browser, then I type our university website URL www.embuni.ac.ke, and then I press the key enter on my keyboard. Enter. And there we go. We can now access our university website. That means we are now connected to the internet. Thank you very much.